100 years ago, the dark wizard Hollowell raised an army and tried to conquer the world. He was stopped by an unlikely hero, Sheriff Aesop Stormwood. As Hollowell died, he prophesied that he would be reborn twice more and rise again. Stormwood looked him in the eye and said if Hollowell did, his descendants would strike him down. Sheriff Aesop Stormwood went on to form Stormwood and Associates to make sure they'd be ready for Hollowell's returns, a private detective security and federally licensed magic users agency. 25 years ago, Hollowell returned for the first time, and a Stormwood made good on Aesop's promise. But the third coming of Hollowell may not be so far in the future. But the young Raz Stormwood just might know it's coming, and she plans to be ready. Previously on Stormwood and Associates, Barrow Macai of the ARC team entered the offices and slapped down a coin with Hollowell's symbol on the desk and said he needed Raz's help. It turns out that this is actually the symbol of the Order of Greyhaven, a secret society that Hollowell was a member of and one of its leaders. Now, Barrow Macai has an opportunity to, using Kel, who happens to resemble a member of the Order, to infiltrate a big auction of something. I don't know. It's unimportant of what the thing is. The important thing is that this is at the headquarters on the West Coast for the Order, and they can get a hold of the membership rolls if they can get in. Unfortunately, one coin isn't enough for everyone, so the team needed to steal a second, and they'd seen one of these before, of course, way back on that Piper guy in the first arc. Unfortunately, that's in police evidence, so the team has had to go steal the coin from police evidence. And while Raz and Mara are distracting the clerk, Babbitt's gone and broken in, and he's got the coin, but he's emerging from a vent in the women's bathroom. And, well, turns out it's not so empty. So the bad news is that there is someone in the bathroom. There is an elven woman and an elven police officer is in the bathroom. She is, and the worst news is that she is staring right at you as you emerge from the ceiling.
Well, these repairs seem to be going quite well.
The hell are you?
I'm working on the ducts. Did they not tape off the bathroom? Oh my god! I am so sorry. This bathroom was meant to be taped off. Oh my god.
Are you attempting to bullshit right now?
I'm attempting to bullshit.
All right. Let me just double check the. Yeah, okay. Just a sweet move point. I'm not going to make you vote. We're not going to have to vote on that. Yeah. Fine. You can just make sure your paperwork is in. And next time, just close the room off yourself. The door locks.
Yeah, I am very sorry. I really am truly sorry. This won't happen again.
So you're going to drop out and leave the bathroom?
Yep.
Don't forget to have your supervisor sign off on it. All right.
Yep, I'll have.
If there's a problem, they can solve it. If you need to find someone, they can do it. Stormwood and Associates is a detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. If you need help, they'll be there. But don't get in their way, or else you'll get caught in the eye of the storm. Okay. Look. I am. This is Mara again yelling at the desk clerk. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go talk to my sergeant, and he's going to come down here. He's going to have your head. Did she just threaten me?
What are you doing? Why did you do that part? It was going good until the murder part.
Okay, leaving now.
Okay, I'm coming back. Mara just turns around and starts walking to the door.
Oh my god.
I follow.
Good.
Silent, muscly partner.
All right, and you guys successfully get back to the SUV. You guys, you hear over your comms. You guys, kind of. It's really weird when you do this stuff without me. That was weird.
Bill starts driving. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to help, though. I'm pretty happy.
You did nothing.
I gave them Ligma.
It's such a dumb joke, and it keeps making me laugh. All right, you guys safely navigate the streets of San Ricardo and get back to the office. Well, you've successfully robbed the police department. Aren't we all proud of ourselves?
All cops are bastards. It's okay.
I mean, we have friends on the police force.
We have, acquaintances on the police force.
I mean, friends is a really strong. Maybe you have friends on the police force. I wouldn't call them friends.
We have known Captain Jim Johnson for a long time. He is a good man. He is a good friend. And he
makes a hell of a sandwich.
And he has a very lovely mustache. It's like a walrus. Only like thin.
Yeah.
He is one of the few cops I really do trust.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. So, Barrow and N.K. are still kind of sitting there. All right, so we're going to need to split up into two teams. One group to be with the Fixer. The other, we're going to have to make up a story because none of you resemble that Piper bloke. Also, he's very publicly in prison. For, murdering my friend.
I mean, at least he's in prison. That's a small win. Sometimes you gotta take I'm not gonna talk anymore.
Well, I mean, the good news is that a lot of the members of the Order of Greyhaven don't know what they look like. So as long as we just need to make sure that the person who's supposed to be the coin holder looks posh enough to pull it off. And as long as they don't answer any questions while there. Barrow just kind of shrugs. There's a chance no one will see. The Fixer's a big enough name in the Order, where all eyes should fall on him when we get there. So it should draw any attention off of any other guests. Right?
Right.
How do you do that? Why do you make fun of the way I speak?
I want to be like you.
You, I'm me. We aren't each other. You have your own unique individuality, which makes you an asset to the team different than me. if we were the same, we would not be as useful as counterparts in an ensemble.
Whatever you say, buddy.
Is he serious?
Why are you like this? Like, at least why today? You're making us look bad in front of Barrow Macai.
A very friendly person. Right.
Oh, me? I just do magic. And occasionally I do cool things. Sometimes. I mostly just incinerate people.
I mean, here. We need to fix. So obviously, Kel and I are together, right? How many of us are there? Think about how many of you guys are there. There's so many people on this scene, and I am so many of them. All right. So me and Kel are on team 1. Who can pull off being Portionoff, and at least convincingly not talk a lot to lead the other team?
Not it.
Yeah, not him. You look like I don't understand. Like how does one exist with that many wrinkles in a shirt? Like, just tumble drying it should eliminate most of that. How do you? Is that a yogurt stain?
It's very maybe. Gonna go with a solid maybe.
And no offense to you, Babbitt, these guys are a little bit racist, and so
Right.
a lot of them will have goblins in their entourage. I don't think there are any goblin members.
Okay.
It's not me. There aren't any dwarves either. I think it's mostly just humans and elves.
It's usually mostly just humans and elves.
Yeah, I know. Look, I understand. I'm coming from a place of privilege here, and I don't. But I wouldn't. Like, there's no orcs there either. No gnomes. It's really quite racist.
So, Raz?
Let's say, boss, I think you're our best candidate.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the good news is that you don't have to, speak.
Yeah.
I mean, so Raz is on Team 2. Team 1's got me and Kel. Team 2's got Raz. How are we going to divide this up? Who's sneaky?
I'm sneaky.
Alright, you should be with Raz.
I'm with Raz.
Now, I want to say it's tough here.
Well, I'm magically inclined, and
Right.
I can wash out the yogurt stain. Is what I can look presentable.
I hope so. I mean, Alright, so me and Kel, and I'll take N.K. because she knows my rhythms.
Well, I mean, I feel like
kind of shrugs. I can tell when he wants to run away. That's pretty much it. It's fine. I'll go with you, boss. Oh.
Clearly, I'm very useful for
Mara just kind of looks at you, Bill. Yeah, Bill and I will go with Raz.
Yeah, but we'll go with the boss, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good to have 2 magic users.
Yeah.
Magic buddies.
Uh-huh.
Real pick-me-up, you know that?
I think that's everybody. That is everybody. Yeah. All right. So we got 2 coins, and we need to make Raz look like she belongs in our society. You know what that means?
A makeover montage.
Makeover! He throws his hands up in the air.
You are not the person I expected to be excited about this.
But he is.
Okay, so like we do the thing with the where she comes out and we shake our heads, and then she comes out and we shake our heads, and she comes out and we go like, yeah.
Probably using the office that Mara's living in, because
Yes.
there's no opacity to any other ones. I mean, you know, as Raz tries on outfits, you know, I mean, it's like we just need her to be like, you know, look good and be quiet and then help with the break-in, you know. It's not like she's got a schmooze. She'll be the kind of person whose people talk for her. It's much easier.
Workable. That is super doable.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The fashion. The fashion. What do you eventually emerge in, Raz?
It'd be really funny if she was like in this like slinky, like sequin, like red dress, like Jessica Rabbit-esque type of thing, but she still can like hide all her like weapons and supplies in there.
Okay. And boss, may I recommend one thing here? A wig. Your hair's kind of recognizable.
No shit.
And I recommend a wig. We got some wig nets. We got some. Don't ask me where I got these things, or why I have them, or what I do on Saturday nights.
No, you're a cosplayer, Cal. You don't have to hide it from me.
Yeah, cosplay. That's what I'm doing on Saturday nights in San Mercado. All right.
Of course she's gonna wear a wig.
Yeah. So what you want here? You want short? You want long? You want my share wig? I mean, it's great, but
no, I think she's gonna go for a brunette. I was gonna say a bob, but that's not gonna go very well with the kind of dress she's wearing. I could get real technical and just be like, oh, an Arda Ferrari in like Spanish brown.
My wigs are nicer than auto wigs.
Shots fired.
Auto wigs are great cosplay wigs, but let's face it, they're not necessarily meant to look like the most realistic wigs. They're not priced like, you know, actual hair wigs. They're synthetics.
I know.
They're reasonably.
But
I'm just clarifying for the listeners that I'm not hating on Arda. They are priced well for the type of artificial wigs that they are. Kel he bought a fleet of SUVs for the company. You think he didn't have really expensive wigs?
I have no doubt. I'm just going to like, this is what it looks like in your brain. And to the listeners, if they want to look it up. You know, and get a visual reference for what the wig kind of looks like.
Okay.
So yeah. A brunette bombshell in a red, slinky, sparkly dress.
Fun. I'm assuming your grappling hook gun is going to be hidden somehow.
Oh yeah, probably in the cleavage.
Ow! It's a grappling hook.
Boobs are squishy.
No, but grappling hooks are sharp and arch backwards into themselves.
Where else is she gonna hide
Well,
it?
how long is the wig?
Yeah, screw the long, beautiful, flowing, like, waves. It's a big beehive.
Well, no, I was saying, like, strapped to her back where the hair covers it.
I wasn't thinking very long. I was thinking,
Okay.
like, maybe...
Then, you know what? She'll have a purse.
a comically tiny purse.
Just big enough for a grappling hook gun.
Yes. You're making it perfectly clear that I will need that.
No, I just figured you always like to have it.
I do.
I have no idea what you're going to need, but I figure... I mean, I know what the house is going to be like. I just don't have any idea how you guys are going to choose to do this yet.
If I can Kim Possible my way around things, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, there is geography where it could be useful if you choose to do things certain ways. That's what I'm going to say. It's also entirely possible that you could do this entire thing without using it once. I just, I like you to have choices.
Sometimes I am good at making choices.
It's,
Okay, I have wine now. I will be better at roleplay.
all right. So, we are headed to the fancy place.
Babbitt's in a nice white tuxedo.
Yes, what are you all going to wear?
Bill has found one of his cleaner outfits, and it looks a little. It's definitely cleaner than what he normally wears. There is a bow tie now, and suspenders. He really thinks that makes him look cool.
Okay. So Barrow is changed into a black tuxedo, as has Kel. Mara's in a gold and white dress with kind of a little jacket and is wearing her white gloves with the symbols on it and the silver-tipped fingers. N.K. is in a well-tailored suit.
What fake name are we going with?
Yeah, you guys need a fake name. It's what do we want to call Raz? Well, I mean, in theory, we don't want to give any name, right?
But if we have to.
Starstruck Bombadil. I don't know anything. These are weird people.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
these are going to be some nasty folks we're dealing with.
I don't know. Let's since we're using Pipa's coin, let's make it Annabelle Pipa. Claim she's his wife.
All right.
Ooh, I like it.
And do.
That's literally just the first thing that popped into my head. I'm gonna write that down. Because I will forget that. Because this may take more than one session. Don't know. Alright, so we're going to want to take 2 cars, obviously, as we are pretending to be 2 different people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are normally 2 different people. Because that is how humanity works. Along with all other races, that each person is its own individual and not to be confused with another. You're doing it again.
That is how sentience works, yes.
This is getting really...
You're doing it again.
Explain things to yourself a lot, don't you?
Boss, stop doing this. Alright, fine.
Does he do this often?
He does this all the time.
I mean, I know, it's just... I thought it was just like a thing, like a...
This is what he's like.
Like, maybe he was doing it to just throw us off.
It's fine that you're like this. It's just sometimes it's a little too much. And, it's... I understand. I mean, does anyone really... You're doing it again? Alright, so we came, though, over in N.K.'s car, and points to a little red hatchback that's parked in your parking garage. Can we borrow one of your SUVs?
Yeah, I think it'd be fine if we each took one.
Alright, so Barrow, N.K. takes the keys for one of the SUVs, and Barrow and Kel get into it, and I'm assuming the four of you are getting into the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that Babbitt's driving.
Babbitt is driving
because he's a driver. His current archetype. All right, Mara gets in the back seat.
I get in the back seat.
Yep. Bill, I'm assuming you're getting in the front.
Yep.
And so we drive off to this estate. Because it should be clear that earlier, when all of our characters suited up, that we had fast-forwarded to the evening of the thing. All right.
Yay, magic.
TV magic. Except it's not really TV.
Mm-hmm.
But it's using the trappings like it is. Do. Alright. So, your cars approach a large manor estate outside San Ricardo, not far from the mountains. The building it's 2 stories. It's good size, but it looks like it's an older architecture. It's over the central entrance. The drive goes up to the entrance and centers 4 large stone pillars. This place is old and does not look like it should be earthquake-proof. Like, this looks like the kind of structure that should have been taken out by an earthquake a long time ago. You can assume there's something magical holding it together.
Oh. Okay.
There are a number of... Yeah, I don't know if you want to detect spooky, Bill.
I do want to.
This entire place has arcane energy laced throughout every stone.
Oh, fun. Okay. This is good. This is fine.
As vehicles are pulling up and elegantly dressed people are exiting cars and giving the keys to the valet, who are taking vehicles and parking them. Kel's and Barrow and N.K.'s car goes up before yours as they step out, and the valet drives that SUV away as the 3 of them enter. Kel holds up holds up the coin to the person at the door, and their group is allowed in. You pull up to the valet.
Oh boy. Okay.
A young man opens two men, one on each side of the car, open your doors. Where one on the driver's side holds out his hand expectantly at Babbitt.
I hand him the keys.
All right. Mara disembarks from the car.
As do I.
I'm assuming Babbitt and Bill do as well?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. You get out of the car. The valets take the car, and they hand you a ticket. Babbitt, before they go, with a number, obviously to, get this thing back.
Of course.
And you are standing outside this grand manor house. There is, so the people who that Kel showed the coin to, there are two large men in suits with earpieces and dark sunglasses standing on either side of the entrance.
Okay, everyone be cool.
I'm gonna walk on up
Everyone be
and
cool.
show them my coin.
They nod.
We enter.
Yep.
Pass on through.
All right. You guys enter the house. You come in. So the entrance of the room is kind of an entrance hall where there are quite a few people standing, walking around. There's a staircase that goes upstairs to your left, and there is like a couple of doors to the right, and then there are doorways that lead to a ballroom, a great hall and ballroom in front of you. You can see people milling around. The entrance, so there is a staircase going upstairs, but there are a couple of armed guards standing at the base of that staircase. And while the guys outside were just in suits and looking normally, the guards at the base of this stairwell are openly holding guns. Mara just kind of glances at the two guys and looks at you, Raz, and says, "So, I think what we want is supposed to be upstairs."
Sounds good. Come on up.
Alright, so you're going to try to go upstairs?
Yes.
Fun.
Okay, so as you approach the stairwell, the guards at the base of the stairs just kind of get in front of you. No one is allowed upstairs.
My apologies. I just thought the bat.
Yeah,
up there.
he's just stone-faced and wearing sunglasses, so you don't know what his reaction is, but he just stands there.
Okay. Then I'm going to clasp Mara on the shoulder and say, "Come, darling, let's find some drinks."
Okay.
Away from the stairs. Elsewhere.
It's going in a direction I didn't expect, but I'm okay with that. All right. All right, so most of the guests are filtering into the ballroom. There are a good number. This is a huge room. This entire area is just it is a grand chandeliers. There's gilding on the walls. There are a row of glass doors that open up to what looks like a terrace outside, where you can see more people outside on the terrace. And this is, it's mostly just seems like a very fancy party.
Cool.
There are servants with glasses of wine. There are expensive hors d'oeuvres that I'm not going to bother describing, but they're there. Probably some crab cakes.
Don't worry, I'm gonna eat them.
And you can see that Barrow and N.K. and Kel are kind of off in a corner, attempting to look non-conspicuous. Kel is sweating slightly, but, he's fine. He's Kel. Braz, roll me a d10.
4.
All right. You don't notice anything yet?
Nope.
I'm going to say, Bill, roll me a d10.
Oh, boy. 4.
All right. And can I get one from Babbitt also?
5.
Babbitt?
Yes.
The good news is that this is a roll to see if you notice something, not whether or not you get noticed. So, relax. But you spot someone who looks a little familiar off in the corner, like on the opposite end of the room from where Kel is. And you don't think he's seen you, but you see Royce.
Royce.
Yeah. From the Town of Phoebe adventure, for those listeners who may not remember Royce.
Ms. Piper. He whispers, "There's a Mr. Royce over there."
A Mr. What?
Mara just kind of looks, what, who? Who's Royce?
Someone in desperate need of getting immolated.
Great,
Calm down,
do
Mortimer.
That. Don't immolate. Is he someone who could recognize you?
You could say we had a bit of an encounter.
Well,
and he might be more than somewhat responsible for the death of my piece of crap brother.
Awesome. It really... Maybe you shouldn't be in this room.
What am I gonna do if I'm just gonna be like some awkward, hey, I'm just gonna hang out outside the fancy party eating... I'm not actually sure what's in this, but I've been eating like 5 of them now.
Those are quiches.
Oh, well, it's good. I like it.
The spinach ones are great. But, so he's not going to recognize me, and he's not going to recognize Raz even if he's met her, because she's in disguise.
Yep.
But is he going to recognize you?
I mean, come to think of it, very likely. What with the whole... yeah.
So we're in the ballroom. Maybe go to the terrace? Maybe go back into the entry hall? Maybe don't stand out in the open?
Yeah, I'm gonna go avoid, like, his sight for, like, the next few hours. And hope that maybe we can immolate him later.
The whole point of this job is that we get out without, like, getting noticed.
The whole point of my life is getting revenge for what happened to my dad. Look at you, moral high ground. I'm gonna go somewhere where I won't cause a scene.
All right, where are you gonna go?
I'm wandering over to the terrace.
All right, so he's okay. So you are standing right now. There are entrances to the terrace all along the wall, the far wall from the entrance. He's standing towards the terrace, but at the left. So are you going to go obviously over to the right, over to where Kel and Barrow are?
Yeah.
All right, roll me a d10.
5.
You're fine. He rolled a 1. You would have had to have rolled a 1 for him to see you. But
oh, thank God.
So you make it out onto the terrace. Bill? Roll me a d10.
Oh, boy. 2.
Yeah, you don't see anything. You're fine. Babbitt, what are you doing right now?
I think I'm gonna try to go over with Babbitt or with Bill.
Okay, you're gonna go onto the terrace?
Yeah.
Right, just roll me a d10.
5.
You're fine.
Yeah.
He was rolling badly. All right, so you both make it out onto the terrace. Babbitt, roll me a d10.
7.
Babbitt, you notice, like, because there are a lot of people here, you do notice kind of a familiar-looking face out in the distance in the crowd. It's Captain Jim Johnson.
Really?
Really?
Hmm.
Are you going to relay this information to your team?
I am. Hey, Ms. Piper. You know how you were saying that there's, Mr. Jim Johnson is one of the only police officers you really trust?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at him right now.
You what?
He's here.
He's here.
He's here on the terrace.
Jim is here. I can't.
He's here.
Boss, what's going on?
I don't know.
My name is Trey Dorn, and I was your game master for this session. Joining me, as always, was Kyle Johnson as Babbitt, Nick Izumi as Bill, and Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood. Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/Nerd and Tie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued.